fake Sarasa disguising herself as another player who had completed the search for a neutral base to expand their territory. However, when one of the team members attempted to use a weapon spell, it turned out to be inactive. Fake Sarasa then attacked all of them, leading to their defeat. Hiroto, who showed a video recorded by fake Sarasa, suspected that it was not stored in Libra, which added to the mystery since it was saved on a competing student's smartphone. Asamiya was still wondering if fake Sarasa could mimic all the participants in Astral, and Himeji immediately responded that it would happen if they came into direct contact or were in close proximity to an area already conquered. This posed a significant threat to the team members, and Hiroto needed to carefully monitor fake Sarasa's movements to prevent any unwanted incidents. Hiroto suggested that they should watch out for any peculiar behavior by team members that didn't align with their original personalities. Additionally, if they wanted to take control of the neutral base, they should do so with at least 2 people to minimize the risk of infiltration. Shinji added that as long as no one went off on their own and disappeared, there shouldn't be a problem. On the other hand, the girl with different colored eyes played with Hiroto after dinner, and before they knew it, it was already 2 in the morning. She asked if she had never come to school, explaining that if she went out, she would have to interact with many people and just wanted to do something fun for herself. Hiroto didn't mind talking to her as he enjoyed her company. While leaning on Hiroto's leg, the little girl fell asleep soundly, making it a bit difficult for Hiroto to leave. After being able to leave her, he went to meet the real Sarasa to discuss something. Surprised by Hiroto's sudden arrival, she asked for 10 minutes to do something, but Hiroto found it too long, so Sarasa settled for 5 minutes. While waiting, Hiroto seemed like an impatient person waiting for his friend to do something. After 5 minutes had passed, he was allowed to enter her hotel room. Hiroto was impressed by how neat Sarasa's room was, which made him feel a bit uncomfortable. He was advised not to look at things too closely and not to stare at her clothing too much by a somewhat sunder-like queen. Sarasa suggested enjoying the view outside the hotel, but Hiroto advised against it, fearing it might lead to a new scandal, suggesting that they were experiencing a passionate love affair inside the room. Hiroto then expressed his intention to sneak into Sarasa's room to discuss how to stop fake Sarasa and lure her out without having to search for her first. He explained that fake Sarasa's attack pattern on the second day of Astral would likely be the same on the third day. Sarasa was frustrated because her doppelganger was a skilled actor and likely knew all the competing Astral players. What irritated her even more was that her double was not clumsy in her camouflage. Hiroto was in a difficult position as he had his own mission to defeat the leaders of 2 other teams to win his bet with Shinji, and he also had to remain vigilant about the appearance of fake Sarasa, who had been roaming on the second day of Astral. The third day of Astral began, and fake Sarasa made her move by destroying the opposing team from the inside to quickly and efficiently take control of their base. On the other hand, Asamiya, who had walked quite a distance from the Imai team, had been warned by Shinji to stay at a safe distance. However, Asamiya's tough attitude, especially towards the 2 women on her team, posed a challenge for Hiroto. The ongoing argument between Shinji and Asamiya continued to disrupt the game in the first session. Asamiya's reluctance to play during the daytime further destabilized the Imai team, and Shinji, unable to control Asamiya, also refrained from participating in the daytime session to cool his head due to Asamiya's unpredictable behavior. Since the bet agreed upon with Shinji would no longer be in effect, Himeji briefly inquired about it. However, Shinji felt that he was not fit to be a commander, so Hiroto would continue in his role as the commander because there wasn't much else he could do. The daytime session had begun with Imai playing with only 3 members. They walked along the neutral ground that they could still claim. Unfortunately, because they were close to enemy territory and trapped between 2 areas, they couldn't retreat quickly, and a large battle was imminent. As expected, when they tried to return, Imai seemed to be unlucky as they encountered Senri's team. Behind Noah, there were 2 members of another team trying to surround them. Since Hiroto had prepared an unexpected plan, he instructed Noah and Himeji to chase down the two members of the other team who had fled in fear of facing Noah and Himeji. Hiroto, who was alone, tried to buy time by defeating one of Senri's members, known to be a spy. With the help of Himeji's camouflage, he managed to take down one of Senri's players and simultaneously took over the base that Noah had captured. Since it went according to the initial plan, Hiroto decided to escape because Himeji had suffered a powerful attack while protecting her master. His diversion strategy went smoothly, but the situation turned dire because Senri's one-shot kill ability had not entirely disappeared since its conditions were still met. Himeji, who took the initiative to sacrifice herself to potentially disrupt Senri's one-shot kill conditions, earned Hiroto's trust and he allowed her to try to buy time. Senri, unimpressed by Himeji's bluff, swung her sword toward Himeji. Instead of injuring her, this action reduced Senri's team by one member. With her numerical calculation ability, Himeji retaliated with impeccable timing. There were only 3 members of the Tsuri Academy remaining, but due to one of Senri's members falling into Noah's trap, they were down to 2. Senri, who deliberately limited her one-shot kill ability, was forced to sacrifice her remaining teammate, as she had already used her Medusa's eye ability to incapacitate Himeji and intended to attack Hiroto directly with it. Unfortunately, when she used it, it didn't hit Hiroto. On the other hand, because Hiroto had already exhausted a lot of his abilities, he couldn't use his personal spell when he drew his sword. Senri was trapped and used one-shot kill without proper calculation, because Hiroto had previously used his Star Sapphire ability to manipulate the area he had taken over to deceive Senri's movements from the beginning. However, since her one-shot kill was already used up, she chose to use her innate ability, electronic interference, which prevented Hiroto from moving and using spells or his abilities, allowing Senri to escape the battle to avoid being defeated by Hiroto. Himeji, now freed from the Medusa's eye spell, inquired about her condition, asking if she was all right. She commended Senri's fighting style, praising her sharp intuition and clever tactics that made her a formidable opponent. Noah rejoined the team along with Himeji and Hiroto. Noah asked about the fact that their territory didn't increase at all when they defeated Senri's team. She recalled that when she pursued Senri, they referred to her as Miss 100 Faces. Noah wondered if this might be a sign that she was starting her massive move, waiting for the right moment when Hiroto was facing Senri. Exploiting such a situation could allow her to attack them all at once. However, it would be a reckless move and would reveal the identity of Miss 100 Faces. Therefore, she chose to eliminate other participants instead. The third day concluded, and when Hiroto met with Shinji, he apologized for his earlier behavior and Asamiya, who had been making decisions independently, causing great difficulty for Hiroto, Himeji, and Noah. Hiroto looked at Shinji with disbelief because it was the first time Shinji had been so open with him. Initially, he didn't want to complicate matters, so he preferred to remain silent. However, Asamiya's recklessness left him with no choice. Their conversation was overheard by Asamiya, who had apparently been eavesdropping since they began talking. Feeling guilty about her eavesdropping, Shinji became angry when she was confronted about it. Asamiya, who couldn't lie, casually responded that Shinji had a strong liking for her, chalking it up to her playful banter. Denying it led to another argument between Asamiya and Shinji, but Hiroto finally showed them a video he obtained from Libra. Regarding Asamiya's impulsive attack on the enemy commander, Hiroto's video revealed that the commander had prepared a spell behind his back to quickly eliminate Imai. However, thanks to Asamiya's terrifying instincts, they were easily defeated. Shinji seemed to have been unaware of this from the beginning, and he now regretted his earlier statement. Asamiya then inquired about Hiroto's elimination in the remaining time of the daytime session, which infuriated Shinji because he felt it was a hasty decision. However, Hiroto had intentionally let his bet lose, but behind it all, he was willing to use any dirty tricks he had to defeat Miss 100 Faces, who had allied with multiple teams. Hiroto stated that he had truly disrupted Estral from the beginning, and the only way to win Estral was by playing dirty his way.